August 10, 2026. The city shimmered, a monument to ambition and endless possibility. Amidst this opulent landscape lived a titan of industry, a man whose wealth seemed as unshakable as the very foundations of the metropolis itself. This detail matters. But beneath the veneer of success, a storm was brewing. Whispers began to circulate, subtle at first, then growing in intensity, hinting at an unsettling financial maneuver, a planned exodus from the public eye. This detail matters because it changes. Our subject, a master strategist, had spent years meticulously building an empire, diversifying his holdings across continents and sectors. His intricate network of offshore accounts and shell corporations was a fortress, designed for ultimate discretion. This detail matters because it. Then, on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday, it began. A series of calculated transactions, executed with flawless timing. Funds moved, assets shifted, and the digital footprints of a vast fortune began to fade. This detail matters because it changes how the initial signs were imperceptible to most. A slight tremor in the market, a temporary dip in stock value, easily dismissed as routine fluctuations. But for those watching closely, it was the prelude. This detail matters because it changes how. The architect of this disappearance employed a sophisticated blend of legal loopholes and obscure financial instruments. Every move was designed to be untraceable, to dissolve into the vast, anonymous ocean of global finance. This detail matters because it changes how. As days turned into weeks, the whispers intensified into alarm. Analysts and financial watchdogs began to notice the sheer volume of liquidity that had simply evaporated from known channels. Something was profoundly wrong. This detail matters because it changes how. Investigators soon discovered that the meticulously maintained paper trails, the breadcrumbs of wealth, had been deliberately erased. Digital archives were wiped clean, and physical records were conspicuously absent from their usual locations. This detail matters because it changes how the hunt began. International agencies, accustomed to chasing tangible assets, found themselves in pursuit of a ghost. The sheer scale and complexity of the operation confounded even the most seasoned detectives. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. And then, the man himself. The titan of industry, the orchestrator of this vanishing act, also seemed to have disappeared. No public appearances, no communication, just an unnerving, absolute silence from his end. This detail matters because it changes how. Experts theorized about the psychological motivations. Was it a desperate bid for freedom from mounting pressures, a final act of defiance, or a calculated move to orchestrate an even grander re-entry later? This detail matters because it changes how The investigation exposed a shadowy network of facilitators, lawyers, accountants, and financiers, all complicit in executing this monumental financial sleight of hand, their loyalty bought with immense sums. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness. Each lead proved to be a dead end, each clue a carefully crafted misdirection. The perpetrators had anticipated every move, creating a labyrinth designed to trap and exhaust any pursuer in this high-stakes game. This detail matters because it changes. The story served as a chilling illustration of how wealth can be both tangible and utterly illusory. What appeared solid and enduring could, with cunning and intent, simply cease to exist in the public domain. This detail matters because it. The ramifications of this vast fortune's disappearance rippled outwards, impacting markets, investors, and economies on a significant scale. The void left behind created a tangible, unsettling economic vacuum. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness. The pursuit continued, a relentless, often frustrating endeavor. It highlighted the immense challenge of regulating the opaque world of international finance and the lengths some will go to operate beyond scrutiny. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. Years later, the fortune remains elusive, a legend whispered in hushed tones. The man and his wealth exist now as specters in the financial world, a testament to a truly remarkable vanishing act. This detail matters because it changes how. The narrative serves as a profound lesson in the fragility of financial systems and the paramount importance of transparency. Trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to fully restore. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. It reminds us that behind every vast fortune are unseen architects, capable of constructing empires or orchestrating their dissolution with equal, often startling, mastery and precision. We must remain vigilant. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline. The story of the vanishing fortune, a tale of ambition, secrecy, and profound disappearance, continues to captivate. It leaves us pondering the ultimate fate of the wealth and the mastermind who orchestrated its silent departure. This detail matters because it